Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandiramugi Kumaran. My matric number is 310341, and we are representing Group 10. And my part, I'm going to explain about introduction of ABC. And the member 2 will be Xuan. She's going to talk about the importance of ABC in the public sector. And the third one will be Aisyah. She's the member 3 of this group. She's going to explain about how ABC works in the public sector. And the fourth member will be Wani, and she going to explain about benefits and challenges of using ABC in the public sector. And Farisha, she's the last member of our group. She's going to explain about real world example and conclusion. Today, I want to talk about activity-based costing, or we call it ABC. In both school and business, it's really important to understand the true cost of making products or offering services. If we don't know the real cost, or we can't make good decisions about pricing, efficiency, or even which products are worth continuing. Traditionally, companies used simple costing methods. They would spread overhead costs like rent, electricity, or salary across products using the broad measures such as labor hours or machine time. While this was easy to apply, it often gave a distorted picture. Some products looked cheaper than they are really priced, while others seemed more expensive. This made hard for managers to see which products are truly profitable. ABC changes that. Instead of just spreading the cost evenly, it looks at the actual activities that consume resources. Furthermore, think about machine setups, quality check packagings, or customer service. Each of these activities uses time, money, and effort. ABC assign cost based on how much each product or service actually uses those activities. For an example, a custom product might require more setups and inspections, while a standard product might flow smoothly through production. ABC captures those differences and shows the real cost picture. But apart from that, the benefits of ABC are clear. First, it gives managers more accurate information. They can see which products are profitable, as I mentioned before, and which ones are draining resources. Second, it helps with pricing. If product costs more to make, ABC highlights that so managers can adjust the price fairly. And third is improves the efficiency. By showing which activities consume the most resources, ABC helps companies to identify wasteful process and focus on the activities that they add the most value. For students like us, learning ABC is useful because it connects accounting directly to decision making. Instead of just recording numbers, ABC explains why those numbers matter. It shows us that accounting is not only about booking or keeping, it's about strategy. When managers understand cost better, they can decide whether to redesign a product, outsource certain activities, or even discounting something that is not profitable. Of course, ABC has challenges too. It requires the detailed data collections, and setting it up can take time and effort. Companies need to track activities carefully and update the system regularly. But even with these challenges, the insights gained often outweigh the effort. So, to wrap up, activity-based costing is not just another accounting method, but it's a smarter way to understand cost, improve strategies, and support the long-term success. By focusing on activities, ABC gives us a clear view of profitability, and it helps managers make better decisions. And for us students, it's a great example of how accounting tools can shape the future businesses. And that's all from me for my part, and I'm going to let my another presenter to present her part. And that's all from me. Thank you.
So I would like to present about the importance of activity-based costing system or ABC in public sector in Malaysia. ABC is very important in improving the efficiency of government service. The study by Mohammed and Saleh at 2022 explained that ABC help organizations manage costs more effectively, and especially overhead and indirect costs. With ABC, public sector organization can identify which activity and add value and which activity waste resources. This allows managers to reduce unnecessary spending and improve service delivery to the public. Besides that, ABC also improve accountability and transparency in government organization. The article mentioned that government need efficient accounting system to ensure public money is used properly. By using ABC, government agencies can monitor how resources are allocated and used. This helps increase public trust because the government becomes more transparent in financial management. According to the research study by Mohammed at 2016, with titled Activity-Based Costing in Malaysian Public University Preliminary Assessment of ABC Implementation, we know that in Malaysia, ABC was introduced in public university by the Ministry of Higher Education or MOHE. The purpose of implementation ABC was to calculate the cost per student for academic program. This system helped universities understand the actual cost of providing education service. Another important of ABC is better budget allocation and financial planning. Malaysian public universities are facing budget cuts and pressure to generate their own income. Therefore, accurate costing information is very important. ABC allows universities to compare the cost per student between faculties and universities. This helps management make fair and more effective budgeting decisions. Furthermore, ABC supports better decision-making in public sector. Manager can use ABC information to determine program fee, control costs, and improve resource utilization. The article explained that ABC help manager make strategic decisions because they have more accurate and reliable financial information. In addition, I have also reviewed an article by Wahab, Mohammed, and Said at 2018 that write about the implementation of ABC in the Accountant General Department or AGD of Malaysia. The article shows us that the true importance of ABC system lies in its ability to use multiple cost drivers to allocate this heavy overhead in a much more precise manner. It replaces manual, obsolete processes with integrated electronic data and ensure that financial information is produced efficiently and on time. According to the finding of the article, the actual information derived from ABC delivers significant practical value to public sector managers in three main ways. First, it provides highly detailed and accurate cost information based on activity. This makes costs completely visible, allowing government staff to see exactly how their day-to-day work affects the overall expenditure of the agency. Second, it directly improves resource allocation and capacity management. The AGT specifically uses ABC information to identify underutilized resources, enabling managers to conduct task restructuring, job rotation, and staff relocations to eliminate waste. Third, it enables cross-branch benchmarking. Because the AGT has dozens of branches across Malaysia, top management utilize monthly ABC report to compare expenses between branches that produce the exact same outputs. They allow them to evaluate efficiency and require higher cost branches to justify their spending. Ultimately, what we see from combining these studies is that whether ABC is applied to calculate the cost per student in public universities or to map complex financial processes in the Accountant General Department, its importance is undeniable. While adopting a private sector tool to a multifaceted government environment comes with technical design challenges, it serves as a powerful mechanism for process governance, resource efficiencies, and elevating public accountability across Malaysia. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day. Today, I'll be presenting about how ABC works in the public sector. Activity-based costing, or ABC, is a costing method that assigns costs to activities before allocating those costs to services or outputs. According to Wahab, Muhammad and Said in 2018, ABC differs from traditional costing because it actually uses multiple cost drivers instead of relying on a single allocation basis. In public sector organizations, many services involve high overhead costs. Therefore, ABC helps managers to identify which activities consume resources and determine the actual cost of providing public services. As a result, organizations can obtain more accurate cost information and also improve the management of public resources. Next, the implementation of ABC usually involves four major stages. The first stage would be identifying activities performed by the organization. Examples will include preparing reports, conducting audits, and providing advisory services. The second stage is determining appropriate cost drivers. Cost drivers are factors that cause costs to occur, such as consultations hours, number of reports, or even the number of transactions. The third stage involves allocating resource costs, including salaries, utilities, and technology expenses, to activities. Finally, activity costs are assigned to services or outputs. In the case of AGD Malaysia, the organization identified activities, cost drivers, units of measurement, and outputs before implementing its ABC system. One example of ABC application in the Malaysian public sector can be seen in the Accountant General's Department, AGT of Malaysia. The department adopted activity-based costing to replace its previous traditional costing system, known as the micro accounting system, in order to obtain more accurate and detailed cost information. Under the ABC system, AGT first identified the various activities involved in delivering its services. These activities include preparing financial statements, providing advisory services, managing payments and receipts, and producing management reports. After identifying the activities, AGD assigned appropriate cost drivers to measure the resources consumed by each activity. For example, advisory services were measured using consultation hours, while management reports were measured using the number of reports produced. By linking activities with suitable cost drivers, HT was able to trace costs more accurately and determine the actual cost of providing its services. The information generated by the ABC system enabled management to compare costs between branches, evaluate resource usage, and identify areas where improvements could be made. The study also found that ABC provided more detailed and accurate cost information compared to the previous costing system and allows the organization to improve efficiency and make better decisions regarding resource allocation.
Next, we will discuss the benefits of using activity based costing (ABC) in the public sector. First, deeper comprehension of organization operations and factors that affect their costs. Well, you see, ABC is an efficient tool for monitoring resource related expenses and activities. It enables organizations to understand how resources are allocated across departments and activities, resulting in a deeper understanding of their operations and the factors that drive costs. With this information, management can improve their decision making at both the operational and strategic levels. Second, ABC encourages organizational growth and process optimization. ABC evaluates the organization procedures to determine its competitiveness, including how much inactivity, idle time, and poor service costs. This will help the management to step up their game and improve their weaknesses. Lastly, ABC assists management in finding cost effective solutions to quality challenges. It provides detailed information about where costs are incurred and which activities consume the most resources. Instead of simply showing the total cost of a service or department, ABC traces costs back to the specific activities that generate them. Moving on to the challenges in implementation of ABC. First, it is a complex system to follow. Compared to the traditional method, ABC is more precise in tracing costs to specific activities and cost drivers rather than allocating costs broadly. As a result, organizations need highly detailed data regarding activities, resources, and cost consumption. To obtain that, it requires advanced technology and skilled staff. Well, that brings us to the second point, which is high implementation costs. ABC requires significant investment in technology, systems, and personnel. The article states that the investment in system and people is enormous and is often viewed as a challenge. Lastly, the challenges in implementation of ABC is acceptance of the technique among users. There are management who seem to be unimpressed with the ABC system and perceive ABC to be the same as other costing techniques that have been used. When the traditional method has been implemented for so long, they don't feel the need to change and are reluctant towards it.
Next, I will be explaining about real-world example of ABC. I have selected a research article that examines the adoption of activity-based costing (ABC) in 20 Malaysian public universities. This study is particularly relevant because it focused on how ABC applied in public sector higher education institutions to improve financial management, efficiency, and decision making. The main objective of the study was to investigate whether the implementation of ABC contributes to greater effectiveness and efficiency in university operations, especially in managing costs and allocating resources more accurately. In terms of methodology, the study used a quantitative research approach. The researchers distribute structured questionnaires to individuals who are directly involved in the financial management within the universities. These respondents included bursars, accountants, directors, and other financial officers. As a result, a total of 120 questionnaires were distributed and 83 valid responses were collected, resulting in a response rate of 69.2%. The survey used a 5-point Likert scale and measured four key areas, which are top management support, activity-based costing adoption, technological support, and lastly, organizational effectiveness and efficiency. In terms of findings, the results show that all variables recorded high mean scores, indicating a generally positive perception among respondents. Specifically, ABC adoption recorded a mean score of 4.11, suggesting that most respondents agree that ABC is being actively implemented or supported in their institutions. Meanwhile, the organizational effectiveness and efficiency recorded the highest mean score of 4.15, which indicates that respondents strongly believe ABC contributes positively to improving university performance. Now, we'll go through the key findings. First, the study found that ABC provides more accurate cost allocation by assigning costs based on actual activities performed. In a university, programs such as engineering require more resources like laboratories and equipment compared to programs such as business. ABC helped determine the true cost of each program instead of allocating costs equally. Next, ABC helps management identify activities that consume the most resources, such as laboratory maintenance, research activities, or administrative services. This allows the university to monitor spending and reduce unnecessary costs. Thirdly, ABC provides detailed information on where resources are being used. This helps universities allocate budget more effectively to faculties, programs, and services that require greater support. Lastly, better management decision making. ABC provides reliable cost information that supports management decisions such as introducing new programs, expanding facilities, or improving existing services. Now, the impact on public sector. For the public sector, these benefits are important because public universities operate using government funding. ABC helps improve budgeting accuracy, increases transparency and accountability, reduces resource wastage, and ensure public funds are used more efficiently. To conclude, activity-based costing help public sector organizations allocate costs more accurately by linking costs to actual activities and cost drivers. It improves operational efficiency, budget allocation, and decision-making while providing a deeper understanding of resource usage. Despite challenges such as implementation costs and system complexity, the benefits of ABC surpass its limitation. And lastly, the Malaysian Public University case study proves how ABC can improve transparency, accountability, and the effective use of government funds, which make it a valuable tool for the public sector.